Welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then please subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the E-Sky ES-CR03. It's an AM, FM, NOAA weather band emergency radio. I purchased this radio for a total of $24.99 from Amazon. Here it is. E-Sky emergency solar hand crank radio. Basic picture. Information on the side, LCD display, 2000 milliamp hour power bank, 3-watt LED flashlight. This side here has some kind of serial numbers and when it was made. And the back of the box kind of goes over what the radio can do. Pause and read that. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Can you guys guess which color I got? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it orange? Is it red? Yellow. All right, get everything out of here. Okay, is the box empty? I think it is. All right, we'll set that over there. All right, so we got some paperwork we'll look at. There's the radio set aside. And it's like cable. And then, yeah, there's your cheap plastic holder. All right. That's where some of your 25 bucks went to. We'll lower this down. Okay, so first thing, have you seen one of these before? I don't think you have. That charges your internal battery. E-Sky warranty card. It's kind of cool. I guess you bend it. Something about refund, exchange, super user program. I'm a super user. Yeah, dude. 24-hour response time. All right. To my door, maybe? All right. That's pretty funny. What else we get? Oh, yeah. Manual. E-Sky emergency solar hand crank radio user manual. There is a quick little thing about all the little features. You guys can pause and read at your leisure, because I really just going to look at one thing on here. Yeah, that's what I want. There's your frequencies, and yeah, the internal power source is a 3.7 volt 2000 milliamp hour 18650 lithium ion battery, which is not replaceable. I noticed that I couldn't find a door for it. Just found a door for the 3 AAA batteries. LED lifespan 100,000 hours, which I'll be honest with you, this radio probably won't last that long. So, all right. Let's get to the radio. Oh, I guess that's the front. All right. So the radio dimensions is 6 7/8 inches across, 3 inches high, and a depth of 1.5 inches. Got some radios for comparison here. Just gonna bring this up. Gonna have to. All right. So I have a smaller side, the Voyager K2 Voyager V2. Awesome radio for 20 bucks. I'll put that video up here if you want to check it out. This is one of my recommendations. Just a great, solid little emergency radio. Good plug for that radio. The next one, comparing to this E-Sky, is the KA340 K2 emergency radio. Totally different format. This is all about lighting the way. You got a flashlight, a whole LED lamp here, and you got a ton of reception. Shortwave, AM, FM, Bluetooth, multimedia. Sounds great. Solar power, internal 18650 battery also. So great radio. This only costs $5 more. So I'm gonna plug that video up there too. This is just a radio to check out. A lot of people are happy with this one when I recommend it. So, all right, let's go back to this radio here and see what it can do. So let me just set this here and bring this back on down. We'll go over features real quick. It has a 3-watt LED, which is very bright. This reminds me of the Midland E200 I did. With that, its saving grace was its light. Same with this radio. It's going to be its saving grace. It's just a bright light. Very nice. Features on the side of the radio here, we have the charging light indicator. You can see it's picking up a charge from the solar panel there. Here we have the speaker grill, which is a 1.5 inch speaker behind there. Right away, this is a soft touch plastics. It's kind of like silicone-like, so it's real easy. Feels nice in the hands. It's not like rigid. So it's kind of like that. Reminds me of that Running Snail radios or that type of brand. Intipel radio I did. Yeah. So kind of they're doing that soft plastic thing. Oh yeah, and the K2 Voyager KA500 has that same same plastic finish where it's soft. E-Sky. Let's see. We have a little holder here. This is something I would not recommend you hooking to your backpack on the outside. This is maybe just to string up in your tent because this is really flimsy looking. This is just plastic. Carabiner, real basic, and it's not that durable looking. So, okay, so that's that side. Top of the radio, we have the flashlight button. Also toggles a light for the LCD panel there. And I don't know if that's dust or not. Did I get that? Yeah, I think I did. And then we have some buttons there. We have a power on button for the radio. We have forward and back for frequency changes, and we have the band select mode. Here you can tell the clock is running, 24-hour clock, battery level indicator. You'll notice there's a Bluetooth symbol there. That must be a carryover from a different radio. This radio does not have Bluetooth, just letting you know. There's an alarm set feature. We have a volume up and down for the radio and a reset button. Okay. On the back side or right side of the radio, however you want to look at this radio, we have a little door here, a little rubber door, and behind it we have the headphone jack, which is okay to use. You won't find yourself using it much probably. There's the USB micro in to recharge the internal battery. There we have the USB 5V out to charge your external devices. Very cool. Here we have an antenna. It's kind of one of those fragile ones. This comes out to a total of 6 7/8 of an inch, almost 7-inch antenna, and it has a little swivel at the end where you can bring it out and pivot it up. But the issue with this is it's very loose. I have no idea how to tighten it up. So this is, I guess you're not going to walk around with it. What I do with this radio is I actually just, because I hate that floppiness, I just push this into where it's fixed, and I just prop my radio up like that. It sits on the light part. So yeah, it works out pretty good for me that way. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'll push that back in. Okay. I don't see that lasting long either. That's just, yeah, not the greatest design, but it's there. On the back side, we have the Dynamo crank. Charge it up. See, it doesn't take much to get it going. So I'm not a fan of these things, but if you are, go for it. It seems like it's well made. The bottom, we have a switch that toggles between the AAA batteries that are optional, 3 of them that go behind this door, or the internal lithium ion battery, which is the 18650, 3.7 volt, 2000 milliamp hour rated. Here we have a switch to charge the cell phone or external device via the USB. You click this over to start charging from the port using the internal lithium ion battery. Okay, let's see, I go over everything I think I did for features. So let's go and just turn the radio on, and we will show you the different bands here. Okay, I don't have to extend my antenna because I only get one station, which is this one. I'll show you.
From last week's heavy rain mean little capacity for additional rain. Hence, any additional heavy rainfall may result in flash flooding of low-lying areas and renewed rises on rivers and streams. While there is still
toggle with these buttons here.
Tuesday night, monitor forecasts for later updates and possible watches and warnings, especially if you live in an area prone to flooding. You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio.
Okay. I mean, that's what most people want. They just want a flashlight, they want their weather band, and they want a good power source. This radio exceeds at that. For $25, I can't knock it. It's pretty good, but they could have implemented a few things extra, but we'll go over that in a second. So let's go ahead and switch to the FM band. I'm going to put my antenna back in because we are done using that. Turn this down. Okay, so we'll talk about the FM reception. So FM reception, the E-Sky is okay sensitivity. I had a difficult time getting stations in with it when I was walking around. I think it's this tiny antenna and it's flopping around. I went outside with it. I probably got about maybe 2.5, 3 dozen stations, something like that. It wasn't much. The selectivity was good because it's digital, so I was able to get when I found the stations that were strong, they'd come through. So overall, if you're going to use FM on this radio, it's good for strong stations only. Don't expect to pick up any distant FM stations with it. You're not going to do well with it. You won't be happy. So I just want to let you know. And of course, you only get the one weather band, or that's the only one I can get actually. And some of my radios, like the Keto 340, gets like 4 or 5 weather bands. So just want to show that perspective wise. All right, so we're going to jam out a little bit with Radio Todderbert. If you want to see what this little weather radio can do, turn it up. 98.1. right, it gives you an idea for the audio. I mean, it's an emergency radio. It's not a fantastic speaker, but it gets the job done. You'll be able to listen to, like I said, your broadcasts, local FM radio, and then the NOAA band sounds really good. So let's go ahead and just turn Radio Todderbert off. And I'm unplugged my transformers. And we get to see the AM experience, which on this radio is no good. Just letting you know, do not buy this radio for the AM. It's almost like they could omit this from the radio, and I'd be really happy as it was, maybe tighten up that antenna, and it'd be a perfect emergency radio. But they added AM, and then they didn't do a good job. So let's go ahead and just go to the AM. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here is our AM. Turn it up. So this is 780. Nothing's plugged in. So that sound you hear happens outside, happens wherever. It's not my phone. It's not any type of thing around me. So let's tune it. It tunes in weird steps of 5. Can we get WGR? Don't think so. So I think you guys are getting the idea here, huh?
Thank you two for being the inaugural guests.
Thanks for having us.
What is this?
Well,
Okay, make sure you don't hold your radio. Crazy.
Great to meet you.
Thanks, guys.
See you again.
Thank you.
We will be.
Probably one of my best stations.
The last segment, but when we're bringing LeBron right involved, and then I start talking about, well, what's it all for? Aren't you there to try to win championships? But for him, you're talking about which is a
Just sounds awful.
But
Okay.
doesn't it feel almost like you're spinning your
But yeah, if you say tune it, it's just gonna find the strong stations here. Show you real quick. It's just not the AM receiver. No. So don't buy it for AM. No. So there you go. You see it zipping along, doing nothing, finding nothing. Just see me when I went outside with this thing. I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? Why is it doing this? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this alarm button, it's not an alarm feature like to wake up with an alarm. It's an alarm. And I'll show you that in a second, like a personal alarm. So, hey, wait, there's a game going on 5:30. I got 5:30 on here? Hold on. That's a record. A little bit of a beepy. 15:30, yeah. Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles away from me. That's a surprise. 15:30. Sweet. I don't think I'm going to get 40, am I? Heck yeah, I'm getting some on the top end here. He gets a couple semi-locals. I think that's about all it's going to find, though. Yep, it's going to go right back down to the lower band where it has all that noise. It just sounds...
Cleveland doesn't seem like a realistic option, but people make decisions.
I mean, that just sounds horrible. But, okay, we're done complaining about the AM band. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Show you the alarm. The alarm's really loud. So I'm going to cover the speaker. It's still going to be loud. It flashes the light and does a siren. So if you are in a distress, that's awesome. I mean, somebody's going to find you. That thing's loud. It's got to be, I'm guessing, 95 decibels. I don't think they gave it a rating, but it's very loud. And then the light, of course, flashes pretty bright. So, okay, so let's go final thoughts on the E-Sky ES-CR03. If I have a mouthful, I don't know how to hold that. Like, that's pretty cool looking like that. If you need, this thing's $25. So I didn't expect a whole lot, and it does deliver pretty well as far as what it can do real well. Think of it as a rechargeable Dynamo operated flashlight with NOAA weather band and a little bit of FM. And then of course your power bank to charge your phone. So I mean, this might work for a lot of people because they might not care about AM at all. And they may, okay, because it's really, that is really not something I would be reliant on. But the cool thing is it does come with a clock. When you are in an emergency and you're stuck and you're not sure how long you're going to be without power, it could be a couple days or more. It's good to know what time it is if you don't have a watch handy, or your phone's dead and you don't want to charge it up because it takes too much energy. That's kind of nice. So I do like that feature. Do like the alarm feature. Do like the brightness of this light. Just amazing. I think I mentioned it already. The use of the Dynamo is nice. The big deal down here is the optional AAA batteries. You put 3 of them in there to run the NOAA weather band. Don't use it for the flashlight. Don't use it for the alarm. Don't use it to charge anything for sure. But if you run it for your NOAA weather band to know what's going on, it's nice. So at least it'll work if your internal battery ever dies. So does it get a recommendation? It gets a maybe, because there's so much competition in this market. It's crazy. There's that running snail radio, which I didn't do a review yet, but I did the Intipal one, which is pretty similar. I just had a problem with my tuning wheel on that radio. Otherwise, that was a good radio. I think it was like the similar pricing. Maybe it was $30. And it did fairly well with an analog style tuner and had better AM, I believe, than this thing does. So that might be something to look at. But the big one is, what do you need? Do you need a huge power bank, or just need a small, quick emergency radio? Like this one here has a smaller battery pack. Great for a radio if that's all you need. It does have the light and the siren too, if you need it. Great overall purchase for $20, $5 less. I'd give this a recommendation. And of course, if you're in the market for a little bit bigger radio, you don't mind it being size, and you want it for the home, I'd recommend this radio wholeheartedly, the KA340. The reason being is that you get multi-mode lights. You get the room light, where you get 8 LEDs back here, and you get your flashlight here in the front, and it has all the bands, FM, AM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and they're all functional. They all work very, very well. AM works amazing, FM works amazing. So like I said, I'm plugging this. This has an alarm. This has an MP3 player in it. You can actually put a little micro SD card in here, play that. You have your charge out. This has an 18650 cell, so it has a similar capacity. It also has a better dry battery storage. It takes 3 AA batteries, which is better than 3 AAA batteries. That's only going to get you by so long. 3 AA batteries will run this radio longer and run the light a little longer if you need to use a light. So yeah, if you're looking for the home more, and this actually is pretty portable. You got the built-in handle. Go for $5 more and get the KA340. I love this radio. It's my recommendation. But going back to here, it's all about portability with this one. Again, size is nice, and it has 18650 in it. Like, again, reminds me of the Midland. The Midland, I think, is $15 more. It's a better product than this one for sure, but the Midland does not have the optional AA or AAA battery storage. So this radio does get a bonus because it has that ability to run if the lithium-ion battery ever died and you were stuck. You still have the ability to put standard batteries in it and get it running again, which I believe is very important. So, well, there you go. Like I said, gets a maybe-ish from Todderbert. Not a thumbs down, not a thumbs up, but a maybe, because there's so much competition in the market. It's one of those, it's like an in-between there. So, alrighty, hopefully I helped you with your purchasing decision on emergency radios. Check out my top 5 emergency radios under $50. Put a link up there. Pretty popular. I got some good radios there where I showcase a lot of them real quick and give you the ins and outs, and you can check that out. And hopefully that helps you. And then, yeah, if you like the video, like the presentation, give me a big thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you're new and you love emergency radios, you love new radios, you love portable radios in general, shortwave, AM, FM, NOAA weather bands, you name it. I'm starting doing all the reviews. Build your own, anything like that. Just subscribe, hit the bell icon. And also, let me know what you think about the E-Sky, this particular radio, in the comment below. If you like it, you like the digital factor of it. Do you wish this was analog? Give me your opinion. What do you think? All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye.